Hi, ladies. Lauren here. I'm sitting on my couch. It's my kids' nap time. My husband is still on leave. He actually is through the end of the week, so he's sitting here. And this is the first time ever that I've made a video with him present. It's really awkward. So I wanted this video is going to be a little bit more practical and less like motivational personal development, which, as you all know, is huge. And as you read in Amber's post yesterday, is the key to really getting there. You have to develop yourself and you have to grow as a person before your checks will grow. And once you spend the time in that, these practical things just follow. You just will do whatever you need to do. That's why you'll notice we don't spend a lot of time, us leaders, we don't spend a lot of time giving you, oh, here is your step by step. Here is, your golden ticket, do X, Y, and Z, and you're going to make all the money in the world. And that's because everybody's different, right? Everybody has a different market. Everybody is different as a person. Everybody is going to run their business differently. There is no one way. There is no one right way to do this. So you won't find, a lot of us leaders saying, here, do this, this, and this, and it's going to work. Because that's not true. That being said, I'm just really bothered by this on my face. That being said, we like to see how other people do parties. I learned how to do my parties from Angela Roper, and I've tweaked my parties as time has gone on. I've followed the tag team method. I've listened to a couple of their trainings, their Facebook party, they're just basic Facebook party trainings. And we're always changing and we're always getting better. So it's important to see how others do their parties in order to tweak our own method. Does that make sense? We learn from each other in that way. And so when I posted about what I should do yesterday, somebody was like, oh, hey, what do you do for your Facebook parties? And so I thought, hey, I just set up a party like just now. And so I will sort of walk you through what I've done here. And wait, I don't think I can. I was going to turn my screen around, but it's not going to let me. So maybe I'll do it this way. So this is totally not going to work, is it? It's not going to work, you guys. So here's the deal. I'm just going to tell you and we'll go from there. So first and foremost, I use events. I don't use groups. And this is because I don't really like being added to groups. A lot of groups without my knowledge. I actually don't mind being in a lot of groups, but I get added to party groups all the time. And it's just not so much my jam, and people get kind of annoyed by it. And, that being said, there are several girls that I know who do group parties, and they've been very successful. I think the most important thing is you need to feel out your hostess. Does she think it's going to get on her people's nerves? Does she not want to do that? Would she prefer to do an event? What does your hostess want to do? And follow that lead, first of all. I 99.9% of the time do events. The only group party I've ever done is my own personal mystery hostess party last month. So I do events and I set them up, and you can do, I know Erica does a really great personalized cover photo for hers. I simply did our April kudos because that's going to be something I'm going to talk about in the party. I always try to come up with a creative title. I don't ever use so-and-so's virtual unique party because it's really impersonal. We want personal. My method to parties is personal. The more personal, the better. So you coach your hostess. The most important possible thing you can do in a party is to coach your hostess. And most of the time they're going to be receptive. Not all the time. Sometimes you're going to end up with some flop parties. But coach your hostess. Encourage them. Hey, listen, don't invite 300 people. Invite 30 people. I'm talking even invite 20 people. Make this personal. Make it about the guests and the hostess. And oh my gosh, this is a real coming together and chatting, and not so much oh my gosh, I'm throwing a bunch of numbers in there and it's going to work out, because people don't want to be treated like a number. They want to be treated like a person. You know what I'm saying? So I just set up this party, springtime makeup bag makeover with Gala. And I sent her, once I got everything set up, I sent her a message and I said, hey, everything's good to go. She's in direct sales. She sells Stella and Dot. And actually she also does Road and Fields. And I was like, you already know, but trying to keep the guest list, somewhere between 30 and 50. The smaller, the better, and the more you interact with your people, the more action your party is going to see. I encourage my hostess to comment on posts, comment on the things I'm going to share, tag her friends and like, hey, so-and-so, I think, you know, you'd look fabulous in Shy. That's so your color, blah, 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 things like that. I encourage her to interact and be personal with her guests. She is not the type who likes to do a live event. I usually will do a live event night. And what that means is it's like 30 to 45 minutes where literally me and the hostess and whoever else is online shows up on that Facebook party page. And I have literally, I mean, it's like a 4-part party. And I get this from the tag team. It's a 4-part party. I do a roll call. I usually throw one in there that's a picture of the hostess, and I'm like, ooh, tell a funny story about the hostess, because personal, you guys. Yes, it has nothing to do with makeup, but that's the point. It's personal. It builds relationships. We want to be building relationships with the people in our parties, right? Because then we add them as friends, and then we've now expanded our market and we have more people to sell to. That's how we keep growing. Everybody's like, well, I'm going to run out of people to sell to. Well, you're not, if you're constantly building the relationships in the parties you have. Make sense? And it's not going to happen with every party. There are flop parties. That happens. But you got to keep going after it. You got to keep going after parties because that's what's going to grow you in the long run. So I'll do that if I'm doing a live event night. Roll call, hostess, and then I'll do a video. And usually it's a video of me. It's important that it's of you. Right? It's important that it's you talking to your people. And I might do a mascara demo, or I might do my top 5 favorite products. And then I've lately started to add a kind of scavenger hunt onto that for drawings into the giveaway, because that means they have to watch it, right? And so I'll do that. And then I do a wish list thread where I link them over to the catalog, and I have an album of all the catalog images on my business page, and I link them over there, and they can scroll through, and we make a wish list and we talk about things, and then I give them the shopping link. Then I say thank you and remind them of our Love It Guarantee, and that's really it. But you know what? There's been so much talking on the roll call and so much talking on all the things, and there's all this personal interaction that they know that they're there at a makeup party. I don't need to do a whole bunch of extra stuff. They know they're there to hear about makeup, but I'm also making it about them and making it about the hostess. I hope this is making sense. When there is a live party night, I set it up as a 10-day party. I probably try to do 5 or 6 days on the front end, then the live night, and then there will be 3 or 4 days on the end. Before the live night, I post 1 time a day. And I don't talk a lot. I don't have a lot of words or verbiage. It's usually something that they have to engage with. You know, name one thing that you can't live without. Name blah, blah, blah. I'd like to do unique truth or dare 1 time. I do 1 post per day leading up to that event night. And then afterwards, 1 post per day, but kind of, you know, reminder-y posts. So that's not going to be this party that I just set up. This party I just set up, she's not a live party night type of girl. I personally do better at live parties. So this is a perfect example of go with your hostess. I do way better with a live party night, but you know what? That's not her jam. And this isn't about me. It's about my hostess. And so if she wants to do a long-running 10-day party, well, then we're going to do a long-running 10-day party. And I'm going to post 3 times a day, once in the morning, once midday, once in the evening. I probably am going to try to mirror this to my business page, which I learned from Julie, and maybe have 1 video and 2 images, and probably 1 image that is, you know, hopefully a little bit more interactive, 1 image that's informative, and 1 video that, you know, is cool and helpful. And the videos, some are going to be me, and some are going to be videos I find on YouTube. Lots of demos and tutorials. People like demos and tutorials. And that's it. That's really what I'm going to do. I don't have a script that I follow. It would be really helpful if I did. I actually have recently taken to preloading my party. I learned this from a friend of mine who sells Jamberry. So when I set up the event, I have my cover photo. I have my description here, which says, welcome ladies, first 20 to hit join on the event will be entered to win a free mineral pigment, blah, blah, blah. We're so excited to be sharing unique spring lineup of new and amazing products with you. Lip stain, bronzer, makeup removing gloss, blah, blah, blah. April's perfect time to make over your makeup bag for the spring and summer months. If it's been a few months since you refreshed your mascara and foundation, now is the right time. That stuff expires. Yuck. Not to mention updating your eyeshadows and lip colors for a more warm weather appropriate look. You can shop Gayla's party anytime, day or night, through her link right here, and it will ship to you immediately. No waiting for the party to close. Right? That's it. That's all I say in the about, and I have her link there. And then, hi, that's me. Then preloaded before I add my hostess. I do 3 preloaded posts so that when a guest clicks on that party, there's already information in there that they can see. I do a what is unique about post. This is my what is unique about post. Unique facts, made in USA, cruelty-free, naturally based, hypoallergenic, mini gluten-free, mini vegan, carcinogen-free. What is unique about? And then I do a little blurb, and then, hey, there's the link to my hostess's party. And then I do one specifically over the 3D mascara. What about that 3D mascara? What does it do again? Check it out. Up to 300 times the volume and length of your natural lashes and outperforming name brand mascaras like nothing else. And then I put an image of me and a couple of other images regarding mascara. And then finally, the top one that is in that party is me. And it's me introducing myself. Hey everyone, my name is Lauren. I'm your unique presenter for Gala Springtime Makeup Makeover. I'm so excited to be co-hosting this with our fabulous friend, blah, blah, blah. Check out what Unique is about in the post below. And I'll be sharing some more fun things with you daily, especially highlighting some of our newest products that we released last month. Once this shindig qualifies for rewards for your beautiful hostess, one lucky lady's walking away with a free mineral pigment, please don't hesitate to ask any questions. Blah, blah, blah. And then I put, see, this is me in my pajamas, like we should all be when browsing Gala's party link each night. Nothing better than snuggling down in pajamas, chatting with friends, and online shopping to end the week. Also, can we say payday today? Woohoo, because today's payday in the military, and this is a military spouse. That's it. And then from here on out, I will probably do one more post today. Once she has people in the party, I will do one post tonight, and I will do 3 posts per day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the middle of the day, and 1 at night. 1 video, 2 pictures, and personal. I cannot stress that enough. Whether you do group, whether you do event, whether you do lash links, make it personal. Talk to people. When you post things, don't sound salesy, right? Which on one hand, yes, you're selling and you want to highlight features of the product, but do it in a conversational way. You know what I'm saying? Don't sound like you're on an infomercial. Sound like, hey, and what about that? I tend to think about how people would ask me questions, and I tend to respond like they've asked me the question, or I'm having a hard time explaining what I'm going for here. The key is to be conversational. Do things that engage people. Do interactive posts, things that require some sort of participation. Coach your hostess. That's important. Coach her to interact with her friends, just like if this was a home party. She wouldn't just invite a bunch of people into her home and then walk away, right? No. She'd be talking with her friends. She'd be like, oh my gosh, that would look so good on you. You know, these sorts of things. So that's what I've got to say about parties. There is no one magical method. It's going to be different for everyone. This is what I've literally been doing this for what? It'll be 9 months at the end of this. My parties have evolved from the beginning. They've evolved and they're still evolving. I'm still learning new things from other people and better ways to do things and better ways to post things. But at the end of the day, the number one thing is that you go with your hostess. What she wants to do, whether it's a group or event or a live party night or just a long running post, whatever, or a lash link or an in-home party, you go with your hostess and you coach her on how to be as successful as possible. That's what I want to say. This is long. All right, bye.